has achieved a lot, and a lot of its hero, Abdulaziz, and men really are doing a great job to standards and having big goals and raising the Kuwaiti flag above all. So I think we have something in the segments. Next one.
Yeah, for sure. And speaking about the segments, let me represent the segment for the viewers. Okay. So, water is the most essential elements for all the life existence. The second regional municipal symposium will take place in our beautiful country, Kuwait, between 22nd until the 23rd of the March 2021, and will be organized by the Arab Planning Institute and Kuwait Water Society. The second symposium theme will be water safety and security. But what did we ever to stop it? So let's ask, what are the threats that will be comforting our water nowadays? What are the impacts of such symposium in Kuwait? Let's host Dr. Jamal Alsaeedi, Certified Environmental Specialist, Public Authority for the Applied and Training. But before that, let's take a look to this report, then we'll be right back.
على صفحات الماضي حكاية تحدي وحكاية صبر وتفاني كتبها من كان يقطن هذه الأرض. عنوانها جهد وبذل، صنع من المستحيل حقيقة تطورت مع الأيام. حكاية ما كان وما زال شريان للحياة. على صفحات الماضي روى الأولون قصة الماء ومنبعه وطريقه إليهم. حينها كان الناس يحلون أينما حل ويرحلون عندما يجف. جذورنا متشابهة، وحكاية الماء متشابهة في الخليج العربي بتحدياتها وشح المصادر. للماء في الكويت قصة أخرى روته الحكايات السالفة وارتوت منه حياة أهلها على مد العصور. فعندما كانت البدايات كان الناس يبتكرون ويعملون من أجل الظفر بالماء. وما بعد البدايات تطورت حياة الماء في الكويت، فكان للأبحاث والتقدم في العلوم يد ساهمت وعالجت فأنتجت عذوبة وسقت بها الطفرة المعيشية. عذوبة يقف وراء كل قطرة فيها جنود من العاملين الباحثين بمجالات وتخصصات مختلفة، جميعهم يصبون جهدهم وعطائهم في مجرى واحد. ما بين التحدي والإصرار يأتي دور التلاقي والالتقاء على تحقيق الهدف، فالماء هو الحياة ولا حياة من دون الماء. على أعتاب الابتكار والبحث العلمي والدراسات تتعلق الآمال والتمنيات لضمان الحد الأدنى من توفير طرق مبتكرة وجديدة توفر الماء دون عناء البحث. ففي بيئة صحراوية تشح بها المياه يكون دائما للعلم دور بارز في توفير الماء. حكاية الماء لها فصول من الجهد والعناء والشقاء، ولها فصول أخرى من التطور والحداثة والعلم. حكاية الماء حكاية تحدي تظهر بين كلماتها في كل زمان صور لأناس يحملون لواء المسؤولية في توفير عصب الحياة ومواجهة التحديات وتقديم الحلول المبتكرة.
And we have seen what a marvelous report that was about the importance of water here in Kuwait, especially that we don't have any rivers or lakes. So with us today this morning is Dr. Jamal Alsaeedi, Certified Environmental Specialist, Public Authority for Applied Education and Training. Good morning, Doctor.
Very good morning, Amel. It's nice to be with you again.
Yeah, it's wonderful to host you here with us in the Sunshine Studio, and I think you are one of our colleagues nowadays. So, Doctor, first Municipal Symposium, Food, Safety and Security. What was the aim?
First of all, I would go back to 2018 when we start the idea of having a municipal collaboration between the two very close countries, the state of Kuwait, our beloved country, as well as the Republic of Lebanon. In 2018, we started this idea of collaboration between the municipality of Kuwait and the municipality of Beirut. And at that point of time, we started by one theme as the first municipal symposium between the two countries, which was under the theme of food safety and security. To be frank with you, we start with this issue for two reasons. The first reason is that food is one of the main things that get people together between these two countries. We are Kuwaitis, we love the Lebanese food, as you know, as well as
Yes.
we just started then the public authority for food and nutrition in Kuwait back in 2018, and we try to give this authority its weight in terms of international collaboration. The aim for that first symposium is to increase the collaboration which is already there between the two countries in terms of food safety and security, and we succeeded to make a sisterhood agreement between the municipality of Kuwait and municipality of Beirut then, and which led to lots of common activities, which include workshops, exchanging training courses. But unfortunately, as you know, since Lebanon has been through lots of difficulties lately, these efforts have been hindered. Now in 2021, we moved on and we make the second symposium, and we went from a two countries municipal symposium to a regional symposium, which will cover more than the two countries into the next step.
Nice. That's really wonderful, especially about the Lebanese food. I really love it so much. So, Abdulaziz, I think you have a question.
Yeah, for sure. And welcome to our show, Dr. Jamal. But let me talk to another topic instead about you already sharing about even the food. Let's talk about the difference between the last symposium in 2018 and the upcoming one to 2020. What about the difference between them?
Okay. The second symposium was supposed to be done this year. But during this era of COVID-19, we have to postpone it to 2021. And the good part is that on 22nd of March 2021, it's going to be the International Day of Water. And as you may know, we were looking for the common factors which will gather our regional area together. So we chose the second municipal symposium to be under the theme of water safety and security. So the first was food safety and security. Now the second is water safety and security. As you and your viewers know, water is the most critical item in our life, as well as even with the United Nations Sustainable Goals, the 17 goals, which was being stated in 2015, 4 out of the 16, so 1/4 of the sustainable goals and United Nations is directly related to water safety and security. For that reason, we are planning, inshallah, in 2021, between the 22nd and 23rd of March, to have our second symposium. This time is going to be regional, based on two countries, Kuwait and Lebanon, and we'll add to them another 7 or 8 countries. We are in the process of publicizing the invitation, and hopefully we reach as many countries as possible.
Well, this is really marvelous, Dr. Jamal, and we know that water is really important to each living creature and not just a person. It's not for humans, it's for the earth in itself. 70% of it is water, and as our Lord Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also said in his book that the water is the thing for each and every living. So how is it in the future get threatened? You are talking about the safety of water. So in the future, I think it is threatened. How is that?
In Kuwait, per se, we have the problem of lack of natural sources of water,
Yes.
as you all know. And we have this problem of recycling. Is it possible, not possible? Can we utilize the 4D water? Personally, one of my personal objectives, and as among other people who are in the area of environmental specialties, we are trying to have this awareness that we can utilize the recycled water, not for drinking, not for making wudu, not for washing, but we can use it for washing cars, for sanitary wear, for washing, washing purpose in general.
Yes.
So just to give an idea, in Japan itself, 80% of the tap water is coming from recycled water.
Wow.
And only 20% is coming from fresh resources, where they have fresh resources in Japan. The main idea of water safety is trying to have the water safe and security to increase the collaboration and the cooperation between the countries to sustain and distribute the water resources among the countries which are close by. We are in a rare water country, but in the north of us, we have Iraq, which has 2 huge rivers, as well as in many other countries in the Syria and Lebanon and Jordan area.
Yes.
So in this aspect, to summarize this point, we are trying to provide practical and sustainable resolutions toward having safe water and to make water resources secure in the long run.
Nice, Doctor. Thank you for sharing this information for everyone who's watching us through the KTV2, the family channel. Let me go to another topic, our guest, Dr. Jamal. How does the establishment of the new water treatment here in our beautiful country, Kuwait, help Kuwait in confronting such threats?
You mean, are we in Kuwait? Can you paraphrase your question again, please?
Yeah, I will ask you again. So how about the establishment of the new Kuwait treatment here in Kuwait help Kuwait in confronting
such threats? If we are treating water, as Abdulaziz just said, how do Kuwait confront the threats of shorting of water?
Yes, that's a great question. One of the big challenges toward the future of Kuwait, especially with the 2035 plan, which is going to be taking place within the next 15 years, is the water resources. The country is expanding, the resources are limited. We have limited groundwater resources. We have to rely on recycling water. We have to utilize the 4 recycling stations in Kuwait, the municipality, the Ministry of Public Work. They have 4 major stations for recycling water and 4D. So in this regard, and this symposium, are trying to exchange success stories which has been made in United Arab Emirates, as well as Saudi Arabia, as well as Lebanon, as well as Jordan, which has been utilized in practice, and exchanging to Kuwait and letting the public audience as well as the decision makers to know that we can utilize the 4D. The 4D means water which has been treated 4 times in 4 possible ways: chemically, physically, and micro scale. So at the end, after the recycled water is being treated as 4D, 4 dimension or 4 steps, the water will be as fresh as any tap water. But it comes the point of that, can we utilize it or not? So this is the point of building the awareness that we have to, sooner or later, utilize this recycled water, not for drinking, as I said, but you can use it for many things. You know, we are using water not only for drinking, as you know.
Yes.
So this awareness should be built and should be utilized in the upcoming years.
Well, this is really marvelous, Doctor. And I have noticed that you said the 4D. And we know that water recycling is very important. So what can it solve or provide to ensure the passing of water shortening as a global problem? Do we have also, on another matter, do we have the 4D implements here in Kuwait for treatment?
That's wonderful. Actually, yes, we do. We have the 4D treatment since almost 10 years. And unfortunately, most of the treated water is back to the sea without being utilized, because part of it is going for irrigation, for plantations in the roads, and conservatories, and many places, and the farms in Wafra and Abdili. However, 75% of it is back to the sea without being utilized. I totally understand your question that it is there in Kuwait, but we need a legislation, and that's maybe a little bit, you know, a point which is political, which I don't want to talk about it, that we need to have legislation in Kuwait, as well as it has been done in many other countries, neighboring countries. In Saudi Arabia, they are using it, part of the water cycle, part of vertical circuit in the plumbing circle.
Mashallah.
In Maris, they are doing it. In Jordan, they are doing it. So we just need the legislation and the way to have this through toward having a secure source of resources of water. And that is one of the main objectives of our symposium, is to take these success stories of our partnering, you know, scientists and people toward exchanging it to Kuwait.
Dr. Jamal Alsaeedi.
Yes, that's wonderful, Abdulaziz.
Yeah, for sure. And Dr. Jamal Alsaeedi, thank you for sharing this information to us and people who's watching us through the KTV2, the family channel. We reached the end of our segment, unfortunately, because our time is limited. So thank you very much for being with us today.
Yes, but we need to also have Dr. Jamal soon enough to talk about this symposium and the importance of water. But now, how about we have a quick break and get back to you, dear viewers, with more segments.